Morning is an important time of the day because how you spend your morning can often tell you what kind of day you are going to have. With that being said, let's talk about your morning. My name is Josh Visser and I work with 7 to 8 figure entrepreneurs who want to become healthy. And one of the main and core factors we are going to experience, and one of the easiest things you can change in your life right now, is your morning routine. And I'm not talking about some kind of, routine or 5 hour meditation stuff. Behind those walls are 7 very important steps you need to use, you can implement, which will transform your health and will bring you further on your entrepreneur and your personal journey. So with no further ado, let's get into it. Step number 1, the morning water. The first thing you should do when you wake up is going to a desk, drink a prepared bottle of water, and work. But the very first thing you have to do is drinking. Your body dehydrates during sleep, and water is the most essential and most valuable nutrition you can actually have. And when you feel dehydrated, you have headache, and when you have headache, you can't concentrate. And also, an entrepreneur, we need full brain power, and therefore, let's prepare our morning water. What I love to do is, I love to put some creatine, some minerals, and salt. This is literally it. I have here my 2 liter bottle of water that I use every single morning to, after I wake up. It is prepared in the evening, the day prior, and in it is creatine, 5 to 8 grams. It helps with cognitive function as well when you go to the gym as well. As an entrepreneur, it will also help you with your muscle function. It is literally additional energy for your body. Minerals to literally help your body, especially when you live in a hot area, you sweat all the time and you sweat out minerals that are important for your body to work and for your brain to function. Therefore, get some fresh, nice, well compounded mineral stack. And some salt. Salt is essential for our body, and same with the minerals. Salt will help you as well to rehydrate, so the water not only flushes out when you drink it, but it will be inside your body afterwards. So that's step number 1. So first thing you do after wake up, morning water. Step number 2 is, that's what I mentioned, work. Work for 1 to 5 hours. And I don't know what you do in your business, but you probably have something to deep focus work on every single day. I don't know if you're in product or in marketing or in sales, but you have to do statistics, you have to do deep work where you just need your focus, your quiet attention. It can be messages, whatever you so desire. But please try out doing that in the first 1 to 5 hours of your day. And I don't want to explain you some arbitrage example of science, why some people do this or why it is useful. Just try it out. And I can tell you this, every single successful entrepreneur does it too. So it has some leverage with it, right? I implemented it 6 months ago, that for the first 1 to 5 hours, I sit in my room and I work quietly on the things that I need to work on. And what actually happened is it transformed my business, my personal life, my business life, and the opportunities, how I spend my time. Because I feel that when I have, for example, 4 hour morning, I can get 8 hours of work done that I would have or that I would do in the evening. So the morning brain is completely fresh, refreshed, sleep, so it is well rested, full of energy. Now it has its minerals, its salt, its water, so it's pure energy. And now the first thing you do is to spend the time and focus on the most crucial and intense thing you have. And that is the work and the most important thing. Most of the time it's the most painful thing. And as I always tell you, the pain is the way. The way. So when you normally have your checklist, right, with to-dos. And when you have one or two things where you think, I don't want to do these things. Pain is the way. These things have to be done. And most of the time, when you can't decide what to do, these are the things you should do. Number 3, move. Now, sitting in your dark room for 1 to 5 hours in the morning is nice, but when you do this on a consistent basis, you might feel that you get some, back pain, or you feel a little bit sore and not good, not energized. And what I just can recommend you is to just move. Have a treadmill if you have an important meeting or something like that, or if you need to write messages, or if you don't need to work on your, on your laptop, or just go outside for 5 minutes. I don't want to tell you to, get the sun exposure, like, the human style thing. It is okay for the morning, but when you have a predictable sleep schedule, you don't need to, go outside in the morning, because your body automatically resets your hormonal function. And therefore, instead of, immediately going outside, we drink our water, we work for 1 to 5 hours, and in between or after the work session, depends how sore you feel, we move. We just take a few steps, we just, stretch our body, feel our body relax, and do it in a really, really calm and fashion way to activate our mind and our body, because those two are connected, and you know that. Number 4, fast. Now, fasting, I don't mean, with fast, I don't mean fast. I mean fasting. So don't eat something in the morning. And if you eat something in the morning, if you're, for example, I don't know, a bodybuilder, or if you need to hit your proteins, or for whatever reason, if you always eat breakfast in the morning, big breakfast, then don't eat carbs. Don't do that. Because we want to have a great brain function, great focus for our workday in the morning. Therefore, we move. But the worst thing we now can do is promote something like, digestion or other bodily function that are not correlated with your brain. And your brain in the first 1 to 5 hours doesn't need food, because it already needs to digest and all of that, right? And carbs essentially are not good, because they make you foggy, they make you tired. And whenever you have this, that you have something like a midday low, or some unexpected brain fog during the day, then just review what you ate 50 to 60 minutes before that. And most of the times the trigger is carbs, and especially short chain carbs like bread, noodles, etc., pizza, bread, or more devil, sugar. I don't want to tell you never to eat that, but I, for example, strategically schedule carbs before and after my workouts, or in the evening, when I chill outside with my friends, or do something that is not work related, because I don't need 100% of our brain function. But in the morning, we need it. Therefore, we fast, we move, we work, we drink our water, and we don't eat carbs when we don't fast. But for, the ease and the time management, I would just simply fast and not eat something. Because, when you now have 5 hours of the day over, it is already hard to, be overweight, to gain that much weight, because now your food window is so low. And for most of the people, just cutting out the breakfast already is enough to, maintain a healthy lifestyle. So implement it. Pretty cool. Step number 5, prepare your day. So in order, to have the morning water ready, to work 1 to 5 hours, focus on something, to move, and to not eat something, to not eat something, you don't need to prepare anything, right? But if you want, for example, to eat some eggs with olive oil, or some, steak, or you have some meal prep your day 1 day prior. In the evening, our brain is not that good in working focused on one channel task and being that, sharp in our decision making. But what we can do is we can plan. We are very good in structuring our day, because knowing what to do is very easy. And the problem with doing that in the morning is that we spend so much of our useful work energy that we could channel in the first 1 to 5 hours to preparing a day. And then you prepare the day, you empty to your brain storage, and then you start working with, fewer storage left. And therefore, I would recommend you to prep your day. Have a checklist. Have something on your notes. For example, I can show this to you. My phone. Here I have notes where I write down all the things that I do. Sorry, you can't see it. All the things that I have to do during the day, and I do it in the evening. And I only finish the day when all the prepared tasks are done. And the cool part about preparing is too that you now know what to work on, right? Because most of the people get overwhelmed with this whole work stuff, or can't make right decisions because they just don't know what to do. Well, the only thing that triggers that, or the only way to know what to do, is to plan it. And especially evening before that, your brain now has sleep, it can recover, it can, restructure, rebrand. The sleep is, kind of the learning and structuring phase of your brain. That means when you prep your day, your subconscious mind already knows what to do tomorrow, and therefore the work will feel so much easier. So prep your day, it is not that hard, and it will only take you 15 minutes and makes you, 8x more efficient. So it has a huge leverage, right? And when you now see this here, you have 2x here and 8x here, and with this you have 1.5x. When you now add this up, 8, then you have 1624x. These are 2400x. That means when you work 100% a day, in this day you can work literally for kind of a month. And with all of these things, when you do this is literally leverage. When you stack up these habits, these little habits that you are not hard to do, and when you now see this in numbers, it gets bloody clear to you that they are very useful and very essential to do. And these are the only things they do, because in general, all of these 5 things already take 15 minutes with the planning. You prep 10 minutes before the day, you prep the day. Then drinking water, you do this while you work, so no time invest. Moving, you can do this while thinking, no time invest. Fasting, no time invest. And working, you need to work, right? So we don't spend or waste time on things we don't want to do, right? Because some guru told us to, go outside for 80 minutes in order to work. But we use the time, those 80 minutes, to work in the most effective way. And the next 2 things are help you to make this leverage even better. The next thing is what I love to do. This is one okay, this is the only biohacking strategy that I literally love, and that is the cold shower. So I kind of joked, or I kind of lied to you when I said that the first thing we do is waking up drinking water. Really, first thing I do is waking up, going on a cold shower for 5 minutes, then drink water, then go to work. Then you have now 5 minutes only spent during your whole day. But what now happens is, these 5 minutes signalize your body that now it's time to work. Normally you have this, oh, you wake up and then you need, 5 minutes on your phone. Then you need to drink your coffee, you go outside, I don't know, you shave, you brush your teeth, then you, I don't know, whatever, right? So this here is the most effective morning routine you literally can have. Because instantly waking up and going to work is not healthy over the long term. You need something psychological and physiological that literally separates sleep between work. Because your body doesn't want, or your mind doesn't want to, associate sleep with work. And therefore you need to separate these two parts with the cold shower. And the cool part about that is now that the cold shower not only triggers our mental strength, right? It is cold, we hate it, and all of that, and after that, it boosts dopamine, serotonin, all of that. So the science is very good about it. Not only that, no, it helps your body physically heaten up and get more energized. And what does it mean when you have a, cold environment? Your body needs to heat up. What does body heating up mean? More blood flow. What does more blood flow mean? More brain function for your brain. That means try it out. Wake up, go in a warm shower, shave and do all of the stuff, go to work. Then wake up, do an ice cold shower, repeat all of these things, go to work. I can promise you the leverage will be insane and your work will be unbelievable, insane. And the last thing I love to do is a little add-on, and that is no distractions. So I have something, therefore I can have, by the way, my phone here. I have some device that is called the brick. Maybe you can see this here. Whenever I open an app, the brick tells me, no, you can't open this app. So what now happens is that I not only have no distractions on my phone, I have a blocker on my laptop, and that literally means that now we wake up, we are here. Wait, I will go outside of the picture, I'm sorry. We wake up, right? We wake up. Then we go on an ice cold shower. And then we go straight to work. And the cool part about that is, now we shut out all the noise and only have this here to work on. We have no social media, no WhatsApp, no Instagram, no apps, and no emails. Nothing. Nothing that doesn't correlate with our goal. So that literally means the only way we now can, start our day, the only literal way is productive. We literally crafted now a plan that makes working unproductive very hard. This 7-step plan exactly helps you with no real implementation. You cut out all the BS you do in the morning, replace it by just these simple steps, and I can tell you this, your first 1 to 5 hours are literally saved. And when you now do this over a consistent time, you will not even feel a reliable and consistent growth in your business and your personal life. No, you will even like it. You will even feel weird if you don't have this focus morning routine. And then the life gets easy. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. The first link in the description will help you to get healthy. I work personalized with high-ticket entrepreneurs on their health, and I literally am the world's healthiest entrepreneurs creating business owner. So if this is helpful, subscribe. If not, go away.